This computer. You're all good. Do you want me to spotlight you?
Me?
Yeah.
You can leave it on your review if you want. I don't mind. I've got mine so I can see 4 of us anyway.
Cool.
Okay, shall I get going?
Yeah, I'll mute myself.
Okay, so this week's about customer care. Sorry, I'm just going to plug my phone in while I'm starting to talk. So I watched Linda's YouTube one on gold mining. Has everyone watched that? It was only little. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool, actually. I found that really, good advice in terms of using your current customers and turn them into business prospects, I guess. Talking about competing with everything else in people's lives and wanting to meet their needs. This is one thing that I know it's been mentioned before and it's come up in training and things that I have not really done to date, which is knowing, the top 2 things. I think when Linda talks about like that stake in the ground of the first 2 things that they mention when you ask about them are the things that are most important to them, whether it's kids or money or work or whatever it is, and also knowing what the needs of my customers specifically are so that I can go back and say, how are you going with that specific thing? That's not, I was sort of just working off memory, not so much having it noted down and knowing exactly what's what for who. Hopefully that's right. I'm on track with, that's what I took that to mean. Then I guess with looking at the different types of customers, I don't know, I just wrote down a whole heap of different, customer types that I could think of that you could possibly do this table for. And whether everyone just wants to share their ideas of 5 that we could do. Or if anyone's already done this sort of thing with any of their customers. It's not something I've done, but it's something I've thought about in terms of, like targeting specific customers as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? So I'd sort of, I guess in terms of doing this table together, I'd just put a few dot points of what came to mind. Like I had uni students, single mums, backpackers or travellers, the over 50s, the corporate mums, bachelors, tradies, just as some various customer types. So had you guys had anything or have any ideas on that?
Sorry, my hubby's just using the Thermomix. It's really annoying. Maybe like athletes, like trainers or personal trainers I had as well.
Yeah.
And then just had like different sort of mums groups, like, so it wasn't just a mum, but yeah, I had single mums as well, working mums, and then elderly people as well.
Yeah. I know Jess Shembry, I don't know who she's with, but I know they've just started up an event directed specifically at PTs. So yeah, which is I haven't actually seen it, but I think it's had a heap of interest and been going really well. So
yeah, there was 15 on it yesterday, and I think 22 on it last week. It's quite good. It's not specifically for PT either. It's health ambassadors. So whether they're nutritionists or PTs or yeah, it's good. Yeah, we've been on it the last couple of times because I've got 3 PTs in my team, so I jump on with them. But yeah, that's kind of cool.
Is that an open event?
Yeah. So it's being advertised under Team Freestyle. It's going to be weekly. So it's at was it 12 noon? I'm pretty sure it was noon. Yeah, before our one. So 12 noon. And so I think Adam sort of hosts it, but it's Jess's, so I get a little bit confused. But like this week, Lauren spoke, Jess spoke briefly. I think she must have just knew that she just got a promotion because she was really quiet and didn't say much. And Adam did the rest. So and the nutritionist, I think her name's Sophie. I'm not sure, but she spoke as well, and she was really good as well. Yeah.
Well, if that's an open event, can you post the details for that one?
Yeah, it's in my Teams page, so I can put that. I'll put it into our group convo so you can have a look at the recording or the details of when it's on and the number.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, cool. Yep, I'll do that after. Yep. I pretty much had the same as what you guys listed. I can see that Mel's got some on there. You probably can't see it, Kristen. She had gym goers, families, PTs, executives, teachers, nurses, uni students. I think the only thing I had on there that wasn't really mentioned was just kids. Just kids in general. But yeah.
I also I wasn't kind of sure how to group it, but just kind of like millennial people that I guess aren't, parents or married, but they just work. So just young working career people.
Yeah.
Dinks.
Yeah. Oh. That's right.
Yeah, I guess I've had a few of my friends recently who have, finished uni and they're working and the product made sense to them. They don't particularly fit into any of the other categories, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess because I think, I know for me, since I'm a mum, I focus so much on the parents or mums or kids and forget that, one of the categories I put down was, bachelors, which I guess is similar because I was thinking of my brother who's, 30-year-old guy and could do with better health, but he doesn't have a partner, doesn't have kids. He doesn't really fit into any of the boxes. Childcare workers, okay, I can see that,
So are we meant to do a table up for as a group, decide on 5 and then type it up like the example?
Yeah,
I think so. So we should probably pick 5 together and
yeah, and if we can help,
we've got a few there.
I've done a template ready to put them in, so we just need, if we can try and pick out 5 and then do the responses, I can put it all in later.
Okay. So how do we want to? There's 5 of us on today. We could each nominate just to type one each up, or I don't know if Kristen, you might not have time to do all the typing up. I just don't want Jan to get loaded up every week doing all the work.
Yeah. I can, that's something that I wanted to, I guess chat with you guys about whether we each want to go away and pick one and do that, or whether we want to pick 5 categories now and do a quick rundown. I think that's a good idea, Mel. Yeah. I saw that pop up briefly. So if we pick 5, and I think even from between us, we've already had a few where we've all said the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then if we just follow that, because I've done exactly what she's put in the graph, and if whatever one we do, we just go across and put in, the relevant bits that go in the column, then all I have to do is copy and paste. And that's easy then. And then other people that aren't here today can actually go in and add stuff to it for us as well. Or they can do another one. Doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah, we could all just fill in little bits of each. I don't know. We'll make it work as long as we get the template up there and then choose our 5 today, and then we can all.
Well, if we choose the 5, each one of us starts one and then put it to the team to add to it, or each other add to it.
Yeah, maybe if we paste out, probably not so much in a table, but just have where did you find them and what we think if we're each doing one, and then everyone else as well as the rest of us can add to the others if we have.
Yeah, and then I can just copy and paste from each side. That's the easiest bit.
So should we maybe have a post and then 5 separate comments, and then you just reply to that comment with the relevant points for it?
Yeah, each comment can be a different category.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. Well, if we pick out our 5, I can go in and just create one post to each one of those 5s, and then we can each go in and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Just do one post, and then each comment can be titled a new thing, like single mums.
All right.
You can go in, comment to that relevant.
Oh, well, the poster's already there then. So the recording for the task is there. So if we just go in and put the comment for working mums or whatever, and then put our stuff in and so on. Yeah. All right. Cool.
So just to clarify though, they've said we can't use mums as a customer type, but can we do those subtypes?
I would think so. I mean, because I think, like, I had single mums on there because I'm a single mum. I think that's a separate subtype to mums in general. But I don't know.
And then
but,
working mums and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got a heap of other options if you want to stick with any mum ones.
Oh, we can do it. I just wanted to clarify if we were allowed.
Because you could make it, Kristen.
We might have 5 that are non-mums. Like we've got, PTs and athletes or elderly, or, if we can come up with 5 that are totally not mum related, well, that might be.
Or we just reword it. So single mums is like a single income. Like you just change it a little bit so it's not it's single income to one household. So it could be a single mum or it could be a single dad.
Single parents.
Yeah,
covers both mums and dads.
Yeah. So that's all we need to do is just reword it.
Okay, perfect.
Because a couple of us mentioned the athletes / PTs health field. Does someone want to do? Laura, is that something you're like a field of yours?
Which one? Sorry.
You know how you were asking about the PT event?
Yeah.
Like, is that something you're connected to, or?
Not so much within my team. Like, I've got more sort of young people and uni students that I could probably do. Like, I could do both. Like, either's fine.
Okay. Sorry, Joe, what was that?
Yeah, no, I'm happy to. I can start that one off. Do like athletes and gym goers / PTs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Laura, uni students, did you say?
Yeah. And then I think Mel said she could do childcare workers.
So she's got, I'll start with childcare workers, it says.
All right. And if you're happy, maybe I'll look at the single parents.
Single parents. And maybe I can do the working parents because that's where me and the majority of my team have come from without it being too much parenting. What else is there? I could do tradies.
Could travellers kind of go in with uni students?
Yeah. Well, actually, maybe you do a little bit of that too, but that's where all my interests have come from lately. Mine is families on the road. So maybe you do your like singly travelling and maybe I do families on the road.
Yeah.
Or travel families, whatever, however I word it.
Yeah.
That's 5, isn't it? Travel family, whatever. That's me.
And then Laura, you'll do like uni students / backpacker travellers type.
Yeah.
Gen Y type.
Gen Y,
yeah.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, so that's 5. All right, and then everyone, like if we each do the bulk for our topic, and then everyone else can, I guess, add to it.
Yeah.
Once it's up there. Then, so do we need to go into more of that, or do you want to go into the jackpot?
I think we're all good then. Sorry. I think I reckon we'll smash that.
Well, I guess wherever we get stuck with it, that's where everyone else comes in to comment.
Yeah. Cool.
That should be all right.
Okay, and then the next one, there is a group project jackpot of double points if you create an engaging and effective ad for 2 or more of the customer types you've described. So,
cool.
Someone posted something, Jana, that
one of the Marlies or someone saw it, so I'm not sure whose page she saw it on. So I thought that could be cool for us to do. I just got all my team to take pictures of themselves holding why they do, what goals they've got out of the business or what goals they're looking for or what health benefits. So I put the 3 of them in there just so you guys could have a look. as a post option that we could use. And if it was, say, the travellers one, like, you know, we could all have a picture with the, you know, holding our picture with the next country we want to visit, or something. If it's a uni student one, you could do something. If it's the single parents one, we could put, you know, more time with the kids, or more money for sporting events, or what, do you know what I mean? Like, we could totally do that. Otherwise, it's would the other options do a flyer or a video, which is hard to do unless we were doing it straight away on this Zoom, because the chances of us getting back together again is really hard.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question though? Is this a flyer to attract customers or business, like teamies?
For this, it's to go with this.
I guess
so it's more to attract customers to take the product, not for a business.
It's to effectively for 2 or more of the customer types that we've just described.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with more of a product focus than a business focus.
Yeah.
I reckon you could do both though, because if you look at the table where it says conversion and referrals, it's asking them to take a closer look. I don't know if it's for you, but if I send you more info, like this will help me to afford it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, that's it. You're not going to have, like, the travelling one, you're not going to have pictures of health in it. You're going to have pictures of, like, countries and stuff. They'll be like, oh, how do I look after my health and get to go travel where you guys are wanting to travel? So it is, I guess, but it's still, so sorry, I get what you're saying, Joe. Sorry, I'm jumping one way. I don't know. So then we have to be very specific. If we do it that, like, unless someone else has got other ideas on creating some cool posts or flyers, that was just something that worked really well for our team. We got that from UK, a UK sideline buddy. We helped with hers and she helped with ours.
Could we potentially do, because I think everyone in our team is a parent, so we could maybe do like the working parents one and something that we've been able to achieve so far. So as an example, with this conference, I'm paying for the entire trip, paying for Aaron to come as well, like for a ticket for him to basically be my babysitter. And like I'm also going to be paying, like I've just paid for the accommodation, and when we're there I'll be paying for like the other expenses like food and things. So that's kind of a nice achievement for me, because from like the beginning when I started the business, it was on my vision board to pay for a family holiday, and even though I guess this is conference, it's still going to be a family holiday that I'm paying for in its entirety, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think one of the pictures that were in there were what we want it to be as well. So there's an example in there of what we want it to be and what we've actually achieved so far. So I can't remember if I put it in there or not.
And so do you think with doing, so we'd pick 2 of the categories, 2 or more of the categories to do an ad for, and do you think it's okay to do, like, use a template that's been done before? We don't have to come up with something new.
It's about just location.
Yeah.
And the chances,
as long as it's not copying and pasting, it should be fine.
Yeah.
What about, because we need to do 2, so what about if we do one like a flyer, like the pictures, and then I don't know if there's anyone good with video editing skills. It's certainly not me, but if we could each do a little like 30-second clip talking about how the business has benefited us and the products, and then we could compile it all together into like one little promo video.
Yep. That could work, I guess, with what Laura was saying. If we pick like we're all mums.
Yeah.
So we could do that one targeting it, whether it's, like that would have to, I guess, target a market that relates to all of us.
Yeah.
Like the family thing. And then the other one, we could do maybe, like you said, the travelers or the families on the road or something with the photos about, travel destinations or being able to book a holiday.
I guess too, if it's a flyer, this is just like a competition. It doesn't have to be something that we are. Like we could pretend that we're all traveling families or pretend we're all childcare workers or something. It's just more
It's true. It doesn't have to be, you're right.
This isn't to be posted on our page, is it? It's just to send to Linda and James.
Yeah.
I can, using the iPhone, it does create mini videos. So I guess if everybody I just did one for Kinder from an Aboriginal day that we just did, and it had lots of mini videos on it and photos in between. So I could probably, you know, put 10 very short little videos together if they're all sent through and do it via that way. And then, because you can add some text in as well, and then there's background music when when people are talking and when nobody's talking. So I could probably try. I'm not amazing at it, but I could probably try.
Yeah, does everyone think that would be cool?
Yeah, I do. And I think it's, and then we've got 2 different types of ads that we've come up with as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
But I think it's probably something we need to do, like, you know, or do our videos within the next day or 2 so we've got time to compile it.
Yeah.
So when's our submission date? It's not this week?
Yeah. Sunday.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I've already submitted week 3. We didn't need to, but I've done it. But 4 is this week, and then the following lot is 3 weeks. But I just keep doing it weekly just to keep us, you know, on par. Because if that all builds up, I'll let it build up until that, you know, that Saturday beforehand, and I'll have 2 or 3 weeks to do that. I like that we're doing it weekly. It's good.
Yeah. Okay.
So then should we come up with like what we want people to do in the video exactly?
Yeah, the topic and the 2 topics that we pick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because then we'll have to take our photos as well with our board.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think for the poster with all the different photos? Which category?
I reckon travel of some sort, whether we're with kids or without kids. I don't know. Some of us probably got pictures with us with our kids somewhere. I don't know.
It says do the ads for 2 or more of the customer types that we've chosen.
Yeah, so that's why I said travelling families. But unless there's another one, we want to just pretend we're not travelling families and we just want that we're just backpackers or travellers of some sort. What are the 5 that we definitely have nailed down again, Kristen?
So I've got like athletes / you know, PT health industry, and then is the first one. Second one is uni students, Gen Y travellers.
Yeah.
Third one is childcare workers. 4th is single parents or single income families, and the 5th is families on the road.
Yeah. The travelling one's easy. If we all just like, you know, hold up a picture or just have a destination or just have a photo of our family on a tropical island or whatever we've got. We can still hold up the piece of paper and say wherever, or might be a piece of picture of Hawaii or something that you've got at home ready to go. It doesn't even have to specifically say the destination. Otherwise, it might be the recording that has to be done that way. But the recording one.
And is it saying, Jana, just to clarify, are we holding up something of what we want to achieve with our business or something that we have achieved with our business?
I don't know. I reckon have would be good. It doesn't matter if we have or haven't because they don't know that. It's just an ad that we're putting together, maybe what we have done. So,
but yes, saying this is what I've been able to do because of this business.
So then the picture, you know, so you guys might, how about you probably all got a picture with your families somewhere walking or backpacking or at the beach. Put that on there and then you can put a destination on it and I can put that into the picture. Just tell me what the destination is and that, you know, places we've been because of, you know, what this opportunity has given us. Maybe that's the way to go.
Sounds good
so it's
to me.
Not meant to be a product related thing at all.
Well, the mums one isn't really, is it? Like, it's not.
It's sort of both, the mums one, I guess.
Yeah, and that's why I'm getting a lot of the travel families at the moment as well, is because their health when they're travelling isn't easy to take care of because sometimes they're just out in the remote for ages. So
maybe I'm just trying to think. I think I've taken photos on holidays and I've had the capsules with me, or, you know, smoothies, or I don't know, something like be able to create a travel fun, but, you know, being healthy while you're away as well. We could just incorporate a little bit of both somehow.
Yeah, that's right. And maybe, once I pop the picture up there, we can all maybe input on what the actual text says that goes with the post. And then that'll help what influences that, you know, great health, you know, enabling us to travel when we want, where we want, and you know, with an income to supplement that or something. Do you know what I mean? So maybe.
Yeah.
And then the video one.
Could it be something like not letting jet lag hinder the traveling experience or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then, I don't know, how we've, managed to stay on top of the world while traveling and creating an income. I don't know.
Yeah, so we can put all that text in afterwards. It's just that first initial pictures from us each that we need, and then we can try and figure out the comment for that.
Cool.
Well, I guess, are we doing like just the pictures of us, you know, traveling like with our families, or are we doing the picture holding something up?
I don't know, because all my other ones I was holding something up.
I like those where you're holding something. I think that looks effective, and then you can see that this is me, like, because I think if it's random photos of people on holidays, just the photo.
Maybe we could put the destination we've been with a big tick, and then maybe the destination we're going to next with an empty box.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like.
Maybe we'll do that. And then we can all go in and input what comment we put with it at the. I think the other one's going to be harder, so I can't believe we're struggling with this. Cool. All right, cool. Let's do that one then. Right, that one's done. So that's traveling. Traveling families.
Yeah. Okay, so for the video, so the video will be saying a little 30-second of what the product and business has done for us. So which category, like you said, we can make the story up. It doesn't have to be realistic. So what to, I guess, pick whichever one we can come up with good stories for.
I guess, I guess we could do working parents, because I'm sure all of us at one point have been working parents, and now we're able to stay at home.
But is that the same as what we're doing for the flyer, like traveling/working parents?
No. Well, I said traveling parents because these guys have been able to leave their income behind. They're the people that I've been attracting lately. So they were working.
That's all the same category though, isn't it, that one?
Yeah. So it'd be from working parents to traveling parents. It's, and we've already, and our category for the parents one is singles. So we're trying to pick out one of the 5 categories that we've already selected.
Okay, so to really mix things up and confuse it, what about if for the flyer one, we do like a gym going one? Has everyone got like a photo of them working out or something like that? And we could do it more of a health based flyer, like giving us energy to train and, stuff like that. And then do the video on the working parents / travel families.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good either way.
Yep. Yeah, same. I'm happy with either. I liked that idea of having this is somewhere we've been ticked off and this is the next destination on our list. And I don't know how we get that, how we do that as kind of efficiently in the video one.
Well, it could be kind of like a slideshow thing if you still use the pictures.
In the video.
Nice.
Yeah.
Music or something. Yeah,
it automatically picks the music. There's only 5 options, otherwise you get in trouble for using people's songs.
Okay, so go with a picture of us, working out or...
So that's that one.
Active or whatever.
And then the
Well, that's nice and
easy. Yeah, it is. So for the PT one. So maybe in the PT one, when we're so we're just using a picture of us just fit or out walking with our families or with the kids on our back or whatever, and maybe just when we send our pictures through just have a little inscription that you want me to put on it, or already put it on there yourself. You know what I mean? What it is that you love now. You know, gym recovery, or you know, from pregnancy to, you know, triathlon mum, whatever. Like, you can put whatever. It doesn't have to be real. Like, it's just, yeah. Maybe we just do that. And then the recording one, yeah, the same thing. Either it can be just pictures or it can be a mini bit saying, you know, working full-time parent to now, you know, travelling Australia and my caravan parent.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, yeah. Hello. Oh, okay. Remember? Don't any pixely on it.
Mum, I want to work on.
No, new game. Here you go.
Why?
I'll talk to you after. Okay. What happened to the scissors?
I just cut it.
Oh, I hope you're not cutting other things. Can we keep it simple and just go with parents? We all have different visions of saying be specific.
We're just looking at our team with a picture with the results. I'm just having a look at the comments.
So the one that Mel's talking about there, Kristen, is like a little post we do for customer feedback.
Yep.
So I've just put like a, I don't know, a curious picture of the capsules as like a background, and then we kind of have over the top of that, like the feedback from the customer, and then we have our team logo on it. So we haven't said like what it is at all, but it creates that curiosity, and we've been finding that's working for our team for getting more customers.
Yeah, okay. As an option for, was that what Mel was talking about, as an option for the one of the ads?
I think she just doesn't want the specific travel family. I think she just wants it to be parents.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess what I've done with that could say, as an example, be targeted towards like uni students or people, you know, they're going to work early Monday morning, going for that cup of coffee. I've like put it up as a post just saying, oh, this one's for all my coffee lovers. And then it's like feedback from a customer who said, I've gone from like 5 cups of coffee a day to only having one because I want it, not because I need it, sort of thing. So I don't know if that's what you're kind of thinking, Mel.
And when you're saying just parents in general, is that, do you want to combine, because we've got the single parents category and then families on the road, like traveling families category, is that combining both of those into just parents in general? I'm a bit confused with what we're doing.
I think if it's too like open, there's no way I'm going to draw the interest if I'm, you know, if I'm in there chatting to like the travel family groups. They're not going to draw interest if it's based on a just an open family thing. Do you know what I mean? They go, well, how's this related to me? I guess it just depends on how specific we want to be, or if we're going to leave it open as if it's just something we do on our normal page, or is it something that we are taking out into the bigger social media world, and does it need to be more specific? Because, yeah. I don't know.
I think maybe a bit, yeah, making it a bit more specific as well, because I guess they've said don't use mums and like parents, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, too open. Because we want to draw their interest by trying to find some of those things that really draw them in, whether it's travel, whether it's being a present parent, whether it's extra income. Well, that's just for everyone. But, yeah.
Yeah, and find that real specific target market.
Mal, you've been given, if you can hear us, you've been given childcare, doing, the graph on the childcare on how to, promote it and share with them. Are you right with that one?
You're on mute.
Oh, she's talking now. Oh, yeah.
You're on mute.
I can unmute you. There you go.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm cooking over there and my computer's over here, so sorry, I kept typing stuff and I think I'm getting a bit lost with it all. So, yeah, to answer your question, childcare, I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to get my head around it.
Cool. Well, that's good because the graph pretty much says what we just got to do. It's got the categories that we just need to respond to, and then we'll all respond to it too if you just do the first one.
Yeah.
Your topic's the childcare.
And then for the group thing,
yeah.
we actually, we're going to have to do this for everybody anyway. Just exactly what we're doing and what we need to do.
Yeah, I think we've got that.
What we need, what our actually topics are, and then what we need to be submitting.
Yeah, Kristen's got them. She's got our 5 groups, and each one of us are like starting that, and then everyone else can respond to it. And then our jackpot thing, we're doing 1 flyer and we're doing 1 recording. We're doing the flyer towards PTs and health fanatics sort of thing, gym goers sort of thing. So we just need a picture of everybody wearing or doing whatever, an exercise, which I can type up and put it into the post. That's fine. And then just
put a little photo and just write our own little thing in Canva. Do something like that, just like a little message.
Yeah, and then I'm going to put all 10 of them together into one.
Yeah, gotcha. Like your picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the video is where we've got stuck because you've sort of said that's where you came in with the parenting thing. So we had to pick one of the 5 topics that we've already picked, and we were looking at the families on the road one, I think, the travelling family.
I think the families on the road works well because, like we said, it doesn't have to be realistic, and we can all just do a little 30-second video of saying, I used to be in banking or corporate, or I used to be a childcare worker, I used to be whatever, juggling this and that and the kids, and now I'm on the road with my kids and we're currently traveling in America, or we're currently motorhoming around Australia or whatever, and just make up a really cool story that people would go, far out, I want to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And is that all it is, Janet? Just 30 seconds of talking, just saying, this is what
Probably
I'm doing.
doesn't even need to be 30 seconds. Just keep that nice and short so people are like, oh, what's that?
Yeah. And just us talking. And I guess if we're all going to film our own, if you can film it somewhere that looks, like I might go up to the top of, a lookout here or something if I'm saying that I'm out, adventuring around Australia or something, or keep it a blank wall or have a map behind, I don't know, something. You don't want to be sitting in your room at home being like, yeah, I'm traveling the world.
Yeah, there's a caravan parked down the street. I'll go get my photo in front of that caravan. Pretend it's mine.
Can I just put in there like my vision, like just have me and my kids sitting somewhere and just say, my vision is to travel the world with my kids and every year going over, because that is my vision, to take my kids overseas once a year.
Yep. Yeah.
That's because we've not really been on a holiday ever together, so that's my big vision.
Yeah, that's cool. And then I can just put all 10, like the same with the picture, the whole 10 little videos or pictures I'll put into a little mini video, and then we can all have a go at putting the text part to it.
And I guess then that works if we've got a mixture of people saying, I'm already doing this, and others saying, this is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's sort of people at the start of their journey and people a bit further along. So, and are you happy for everyone to just make their own one up and do it?
Their own little recordings?
Yeah, like as in what we're going to say and whatever. We don't need to, as long as it's family and travel related, just.
Yeah, and then I'll just whack them all together and let the app do their work.
Cool. And then that's it. Then it's just the individual stuff. Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, cool. Referrals.
If everyone's happy, I might have to duck off because I've got to go in and have a meeting with the school counsellor. Are you happy for me to go? Sorry.
You're good.
Right. I think, are we all under control anyway?
Yep. If each of us just goes in and does that bit in against that recording with Linda of their topic. So single parents was you, Kristen. Mel was childcare. Yep. I'm the family on the road or family travel. Laura's the uni student / travel or Gen Y, and Joe is the travel one. And then everyone else can go in and input against that. Hopefully they watch this recording and see how confused we were getting. And then I'll do. And then the other post is already there regarding the jackpot. So I'll just go in there and just be as inscriptive as possible and get people to do that. Hopefully they watch this, then they'll be right.
Yeah. We got there in the end.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, 3 challenges this week in this one, so
yeah,
just get involved. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and next week's the same. Next week's got 3 as well. Then it's 2 and 2.
Okay.
Are you girls happy to hang around for a bit and we can have a chat about the 5 questions that we could ask our customers?
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm already stuck on it.
Cool. I'll leave you to that. So if I hit leave, it's not going to cancel or anything, is it? Because you set it up, Jonna.
You're all good.
All right, awesome. Thank you. See you later.
Bye.
Cool.
What is it? Write down 5 quality questions that you could ask your customers to identify their top needs. Oh, okay. And how you can ensure them consistently being met.
So is this, do you think, like a customer getting started or existing customers?
I'd say getting started because it's saying so then you can consistently be meeting their needs sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'll just bring up our survey.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask heaps of stuff. How much water you're drinking, you know, how many times a year you visiting the doctor.
Yes, just like the survey that we've got for the kids' health study.
Yeah.
Come on. I do a grading survey with them, so they grade. For us, you probably saw that Jo was what's her name? Beck did an amazing customer care training session with us all a couple of months ago, and she had a really cool survey that she sent out. So we've had a look at that and changed it around a little bit, and it's got a grading system in it, as well as questions. So they're personal goals, but then it grades how much water, 1 to 10, how much water are you drinking a day? I think actually that might be just litres or cups or whatever. But how much sleep are you, how good a sleep are you getting 1 to 10? How much energy have you got 1 to 10? And then checking in on them at 3 months, not 4 months, not 2 months, at 3 months. And then saying, I'll check in with you again in another 3 months, because that also means that they've got to at least look at reordering again, because it's 6 monthly, not 4 monthly.
Future pacing.
Yes, that's it. And we got that from 90 days. 2201. Just see if I can bring it up. Come on.
I guess one of the questions could be, what are your top 2 goals that you want?
Yeah. And that gives you sort of 2 answers in one too, doesn't it, when you ask them what their top 2 goals are?
Well, it's like, what are the top 2 things you want to see change with your health, and then how do you know that, I guess, you've achieved that? because that one I find is good because it gets people to think about the way their body, I guess, works, and then having to listen to it. Because I've had customers say before, oh, I'm not noticing anything, but then as you ask them more questions, they've said, oh, but I'm not very good at reading what's going on anyway. So at the end of the day, they would have had no idea. Helping them figure out, well, this is how I'll know that I'll have more energy. This is how I'll know that I'm, getting better sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you've got to start with the end in mind. So what are your goals? What do you want? Why do you want to? What will that mean for you? What's important to you? Why is that important to you? Or what would it mean if you achieve those two goals? And then how will you know?
Your scooter, yeah, I know, we're going to go do that next.
So I just put there, what are your goals? Why are they important? If you had them, how would life be different? And how will you achieve them? I guess that's before.
Here it is, quite careful. So, come on, open up. I run this through with them, like I let them have a look, and then I run through this with them on the telephone. So they give me their current weight, goals, height, everything in their phone number, how they prefer me to contact them, whether it's by text message, by telephone, by email, what is their occupation, number of children and what age, past and present health conditions, your health and fitness goals. I've got 3 slots for them to pop that in there. What exercise are you currently doing? Frequency of it and time involved. How many hours sleep do you get per night? Rate your immune system, 1 to 10. Rate your energy, 1 to 10. When is your energy at its highest and its lowest? How do you feel when you get up in the morning? Do you have any issues with your digestion? How many glasses or litres of water do you drink per day? Rate your diet, 1 to 10. What's a typical day look like for you? Other than water and herbal tea, how much do you drink per week? And I've got coffee, soft drink, alcohol, other. What dietary habits would you most like to change? What is your biggest weakness and downfall? Anything else you would like to share? Extra notes where applicable. Short-term goals, long-term goals, and what are you willing to change to ensure you achieve these goals?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. Do they, John, do you do that with them over the phone, or do you send that to them to fill out?
I send it to them to fill out, but then I run through it with them on the phone. So
yeah,
I've
done some just like questionnaires like that before, and like trying to get people to fill it out is just like they don't.
Yeah, I found the same thing because at 90-day game plan last year when Shani went through like the questionnaire she does, like I thought that's amazing, that's awesome. She said, "Yep, we send it out, they send it back," but that hasn't worked for me either. No one sends it back.
That's why
the phone call is good.
Yeah, so that's what I just say to them. Look, here's a little survey to do. I'm going to ring you on such and such date because we've already sort of mapped out when I'm going to, when their product's going to arrive, and I want to just run through that with them, and we'll just run through this survey. And even if they haven't done, at least I can still go through it with them in that phone call, and I just make notes on it. And then come back to it later on. And then I actually, if they haven't done it, I just send that email back to them again saying this is what we chatted about, this is what you gave me as your goals and your ratings, and let's have a look at it again in 3 months.
Yeah, I started doing an online one. Like I just created a free online survey. So you just send it to them and they like fill it out and it just automatically gets emailed back to you. So it was really easy for them to do, but like I still found, like I had much better response than doing that, but I still found that some people weren't doing it. And I mean, you can't force them. You can't say you're not allowed to have the product if you don't do my survey, but Yeah, I found that, better than just like emailing them a form, because people are like, oh, do I have to print it out and fill it in and send it back? Like, it was way too confusing for them. But
Yeah, and most people don't have printers these days. That's why the phone call, then I can just pop it in there and put it in their little file and put it away for the few months.
Yeah. Cool. So that individual thing, do we have to actually send that in, or is that just something that they?
Yeah. Just like all the other individual ones, so I'll need you to respond to that within the post that I've done in the page, and I'll pop them all again onto one document, and I'll send them through with the other two tasks.
Yeah, because they're obviously all going to be quite similar, but.
Yeah.
Is that also the thank you to your 5 customers, or is that something we just do individually for our own customers? We don't have to submit what we say to people.
That's the 5 quality questions.
There's an individual project. Write a thank you to 5 customers and ask them for referrals.
Yeah. That's 5. How many points? That's 10 points to each of us. That one. Thank you.
Yeah.
So just do.
How are they tracking and measuring that though?
Oh, mate, look, they keep changing the rules. I'm looking at some of these points that are going up there. They must have massive individual skills, or there's something that we're not quite, because half the teams don't have 10. We've got 10 and we've got 100% all the way through. So I don't know. They've sort of changed the rules a few times, but it's a personal challenge for all of us to just, get back into.
So is it more like, yes, we've done it, or no, we haven't?
Yeah, well, I have to say, yes, 8 of us did, so that's 80 points, or 10 of us have, so that's 100 points. And when it comes to the jackpot, we need to have everybody that's completed the first task, which was the whole team, it gets doubled. So jackpot doubles the team. So we only get an extra 30 points for doing the first one, but they don't know that we weren't all there. So they just assume that 2 people in the team have done it. Like there's no accountability for that sort of stuff.
But then is that the same for the individual? Like, do we just say, yes, Jana, we've asked for 5 referrals, or no, we haven't?
No.
Can you record that?
It's not in the scorecard, so that's something that we just do individually. That's just like a challenge for ourselves to build our business, I guess. It's just like a...
No, it's in the scorecard.
The benefit of our own business.
It is in the scorecard.
Not the asking for 5 referrals.
Oh, no, the 5 questions are.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to check, is if the referrals was on the scorecard.
Yeah, no, I just checked.
Yeah, we're good there. So yeah, just each one of us submits in their 5 questions, and then I can just copy and paste them all into one document. They're the referral bits separate.
Yeah.
I think eventually we have to do an event in the next few weeks as well. I haven't looked that far ahead, but because it says don't do an event, we'll be doing that later. So we'll be doing one of these. Will be an event soon as well.
Cool.
Yeah, host and record one or both of the new events created by your team.
Yeah.
Submit the recording and list 5 to 10 things that were great and 5 to 10 things you could improve upon.
So is this like a mock event, or is this like an actual one that we have to promote and invite guests to?
I don't know how I looked that far ahead. I'm looking at that one. What week are you looking at, Laura? Did you found it? What week was it?
Yeah, it's week 5.
Oh, it's the following week. Oh, great.
Yeah, it's next week.
Oh, yeah, exceptional events. There you go. 3 successful elements. Create 2 new events in teachable format. Oh, cool. So next week's an event. Record, submit and record. We don't have anyone down to host the next one. Have you guys been doing any events? Are any of you comfortable at doing specific things in an event?
Yeah.
Yep. New one next week. I don't know if we can use that as our team thing.
You got a live one?
I'm going to start one next Wednesday.
Oh, well done. Yep. What were you going to say, Laura?
I said I've been doing a few events with my team. We've got a couple of launch events coming up as well. I think one's possibly next week. So I don't know whether
I just What about you, Mel? Do you still do any?
No. I don't do anything at the moment.
I do 3 a week, so I'm happy to do product if you guys want me to do product, but maybe someone's happy to do business, you know, that they're confident enough that they could talk the business bit, and then we all share, like 3 of us share product, 3 of us share our business share, and then try and get us all involved in that event some way. So try and get us all on there. Maybe we look at a different time so we can try and get all 10 of us onto the event.
So this says create 2 new events. So is that just like having a different theme? Like, say, for an example, Mummy's on a Mission versus like the Side Hustle one?
Yeah, I don't know. See, I've got my 2 ones are different as well. So I've got one that's called Mums on the Run, and I've got one that is called Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. I think what it was called then. And then my Saturday one's called like Peninsula Family Health Event. So I don't think they necessarily mine have to have a different name, but they all do.
That's what I mean. Like, is that what they mean by 2 different events?
Yeah, I guess so. And then who the niche is that we're attracting, maybe.
So it says you've got 2 weeks. You've got 2 weeks to do this.
Yeah, we do.
As long as, I think it can be any event, as long as people from our mastermind group are presenting or hosting. So
Only members of your mastermind group can present. So we could even just, all of us, just team up and do an event.
Yeah. So if we book the next 2 weeks,
At this particular time, if we need to, and those that can't get on can arrange to do it within, can arrange to do their own event amongst themselves, if that makes sense.
yeah. Because I don't think doing it.
This time, we just create an event in this time slot because we don't have anything much else, and then we use that, and then the people that can't make it on can hustle with the rest of the team to try and
do a night one or something.
And do another event.
Yeah, yeah.
Like to even get 10 of us onto a call, we can only really get half of us on because everyone's busy with other things. So
yeah, maybe I'll do a poll for them. I'll just do a little poll in the group, and they can try and find a time. So we're all concrete. We can be here at 1:30 next week, but then the others can do a bit of a poll to try and get the others. No, Lindsay will be right, and Kristen's probably right. It's just the other 3.
So are they wanting us to create an event that we host every week, or am I still a little lost?
Yeah, because then it's wanting us to submit it individually, but how does that work?
Yeah,
we're doing the same.
we're all doing the same event.
Yeah.
Keep the recording.
Does that mean like we do the same event like 10 times and each person takes a turn hosting?
How are we going to do that?
Maybe we could ask for some clarification on next week, because it says create 2 new events in teachable format.
Okay, cool.
Maybe we get some clarity on it. We brainstorm it next week, and then in this time slot when we're sick, we don't have too much to do. Maybe we do the event then, or we bring it forward.
Yeah. I'll email James before I hand all this week's stuff in and say, can you maybe do a recording for week 5? Like, we're looking ahead now. We're looking at week 5 and we're pretty nervous and understanding what we have to do. Can you maybe get Linda to do a recording on it so we know exactly what it is we need to do maybe?
Yeah, because like I'm happy to host, but looking at this, I'm not sure exactly what I'll be, I guess, creating the discussion about, because we're all confused right now.
Yeah.
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 Host and record one.
Where it says create 2 new events in teachable format, does that mean just like we plan 2 new events and talk, like, and then the individual project is hosting and recording of one of the events? So I don't know whether we the team thing is like designing an event, and then the individual is actually doing the event.
Well, that's what we need the clarification over.
Yeah, because if we're doing it individually, you're going off and doing it on your own. That seems a bit crazy, doesn't it?
But maybe we all just get the points. If we can, if it was a perfect world, all 10 of us would be on one event. We'd all share a little bit somehow, 10 of us, and then everyone would get the points for it, I guess. Or if it's hosted over 2, if there's 5 and 5, well, everyone still gets their individual points as long as they've shared on it somewhere.
Yeah, I'll ask them if they can do something. She probably already is planning to do something, but we're just looking ahead.
Because then she said there's triple points for the best project submitted, best individual project. So is that the individual project from all the teams or the best individual project within each team? That's what I'm confused about, because if it's within each team, like there's 60-something teams, she's got a lot of watching to do.
I think it's got down to 48 now as well.
Oh, really?
See, I'm not the only one that can only last 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Look at you, but you're on to 4 weeks.
I'm still turning up every Wednesday. Look at me go.
And you're already concrete for next week. You're on fire.
Can I just ask, with the point system for our customers and new team, that's brand new customers. We're not counting reorders in that?
It's brand new. Yeah, and I was lucky, you know, what I've been doing with my little, what am I calling it, my little funnel. I got one from that this week, so that was good. Otherwise,
I've got one this week as well, but I wanted to ask you guys if you know how the warehouse, they're moving into a bigger one with head office. Is that impacting putting orders in online?
They did put something out, but that was last week, so I thought that'd be
because they gave us the dates like yesterday, today and tomorrow. Things won't get shipped out, and then today I tried putting an order in, but it just was taking forever. It was like verifying address and didn't do anything for like half an hour.
Oh.
So I don't know if it was my internet or whether that's just a bit of a glitch because they're not, I don't know, processing.
No, it'll be nothing to do with the warehouse. It'll just be either your internet or something to do with our virtual office.
Yeah, I'll have to try it again.
Yeah. But I think that's it. I think I've got another 3 girls coming on to myself, so that'll give us a few more points, which is good. I just got to try and get them to SDVF. They're all dragging their heels, but 2
I've got 2 customers this week in the last fortnight. One was a referral through head office.
Oh, nice.
Even better. Mine's not going to ring you today, damn it. I forgot. Whoopsie.
And my new one too, she's not on Facebook, so I've had to do like all our ebooks for our program. I've had to like send her one at a time and do everything old school, really slow. It's taken forever to get me everything I want to get her, but that's all right.
Can I just, with that thing for the going back to that flyer that we're doing for the PTs, I've just done that now. Is that what you want, something like that? I just put a picture with my little word and send that through?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. Just make sure you send it all to me in colour. I'll see how it looks in colour, but it seems to look better when I turn them into like the grayscale or into the black and white. I don't know why, but I'll just see how they look both ways and you guys can decide which one's better.
Yeah, colour consistency, I think. You get all different filters and stuff.
Yeah, people might have done it in Snapchat and whatever. That's why it's kind of good when I get them all at that way, and then I can just go, yep, grayscale them all, and then they all just sort of match in, and it's no one's too blue or too red or, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah, we're smashing it, really. I think we're smashing it, but when you look at the points, it's just, some of them obviously just, they might be in Brian's team. They've got that amazing funnel.
It's all about the funnel.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're doing social media, if you're doing ads and stuff, and you need to be doing them all the time, and you need to be creating a funnel. I did a really good course through a lady by the name of Grace Lever. You might see her pop up on Facebook. And she talked about the funnel. Amazing. But I kind of know what to do, but I just don't have the technical know-how. Like there's courses I could have gone to do to find out more, but I just wasn't in a position to do that.
Yeah, I need to find more, learn more about Facebook advertising and stuff. I know you gave me a bit of a pointer that time, Jan, but I don't know. I just think I need to be there one-on-one with someone to do it because
Do you run Facebook ads, Jana?
Yeah, black ones. Or not black ones. They're called dark posts. So, you know how when you've got your business pages and stuff, it quite often suggests to you, you know, do you want to, what's the word? Do you want to boost it? Yeah. Boosting has actually gotten better than what it used to be, but it just doesn't meet your niche. Like when you go in and do dark posts, you can be very specific. You can, like, I'll just do Queensland for a week, and it'll be anyone that's been looking at Lorna Jane, mum's health, stay-at-home income, or you know, you can pick all those criteria. How much you want it going out, so how much you're going to pay, more or less. And you can put all those specific things in, and it's quite good. But I've stopped for a little while now because we're getting more by doing this other way that, you know, that I've sort of shared last week, by going in and just adding to, because everyone's cutting, you know, making it harder to post on their personal pages. Ads are all right because they just go out to everybody, but when you're trying to do it on some of these pages that are already created, it's a bit frustrating. But dark posts are good, but to keep consistent.
I could never find the dark post thing.
You can't do it on your phone if you're doing it on your phone.
I was on the computer. I was on Business Manager, but I don't know.
Yeah, and it was through Business Manager. I haven't done one for a little while, but I was doing them for a while, and me and Lynn's, for both our business pages, we're getting quite a few. She was sadly attracting people that already had businesses because her business is present parents in business. So they were coming to her as if they already got businesses to see what she had to offer, but she was actually offering them a business opportunity. So it's something that we're just nutting out and rewording and trying to figure out, because we do like the name, but it seems to be attracting people that have already got businesses. And see, mine's very open. I did mine, so it was, people are like, well, what is it? But I had to do that because we just didn't sink in with Lauren. We weren't girl bosses. And we just, didn't feel that was our niche at all. So I did one that was very general, and it's, you know, more family-based, but males and females, travellers and non-travellers. But most of my team were working mums. I think we're all working mums at some stage, or working. But me and Lindsay and Steph now are all either resigned or resigning from our jobs. So and that is my goal. You know, that's why I'm talking about the travelling families, because that, I'm trying to convince Luke that we need to get. I've got a caravan on my vision board now because I want to just head off next year.
It's awesome.
Be nice, just for a little while. I don't think I could do much.
Jana, do you have a website
for
your business?
Yeah, you can most of them have a look at. It's Opulent Health and Wellness. Yep. Yeah,
because I've got my Sassy Mamas, and I've just put together a website to kind of link in with my Facebook page.
Yeah, and I think I think when they see there's an official website, and you've got an ABN, a name, they're registered to an ABN, they all are more interested. I do have only a tiny bit on there about product, just so they can see that it's linked to Juice Plus, more or less. The rest is, there's like, once my team get to SDVF, they all go into the business page. They give me their little why and their little blurb. They give me their I am statements. They give me a couple of mantras, and that goes in there. I've got a little bit of what we do. I've got some of the recipes are in there, and I've got a blog in there, which I never do.
Yeah, no, gotcha. Oh, yeah, I'm just looking at yours now.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit pink, but it draws the eye, which is good, but it's a bit pink.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Cool.
That's cool. Get some inspiration from that. Thank you.
That's all right. Go for it. All right, I'll send James a message and see if they're doing something for us for week 5, but let's concentrate on, I guess, smashing out week 4, because there's a big involved in that. But then we'll be good. But I like that we've already done 4, so it's only one to, get through, which is good.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I better take these kids for a scoot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I better stop recording.